Morning, y'all.
Morning.
That is a wild barnet, bro.
I haven't done it yet.
He's not done it yet. Ah, eldest school photo. How cute. So yesterday's question about topping, lots of people understanding the term low point and controlling low point now, which is really good to see. But I think it's interesting because people top in different ways. Certainly yesterday's lessons relationship to loft, and then how then she was trying to get the ball up in the air made her top it. Where some people can just top it because they can't control low point. There's, you know, there's just loads of reasons for it really. But always when I have students who struggle with tops, I fix them. They're very easy to fix if they just take that kind of plunge and go and have a lesson, go and seek some professional help. Right, so today's question, what do you reckon these tour pros want from their caddy? So we just had Jason Day change his caddy, obviously Rory famously changing his caddy as well. What do you reckon the tour pros are looking for? What are the qualities that make a good or bad caddy? Down there, hit that comment section up, hit the thumbs up button as always, and don't be afraid to subscribe if you don't already. It's free, did you know that?
I did know that. Very good. And I think they will.
Today's lesson, hitting pull shots, playing off 16 handicap. We're going to look a little bit about strong grip, so we're going to try and calm this grip down, because look what it does to the club face. If we take him through, what happens is we get the normal club face pointing up to the sky. He's struggling from pulls, he's going to get this face de-lofted and closed to a path. But what you do notice with this player is he really tries to kind of shift everything forwards, so he's got a big shift of body movement this way, quite a big tilt in his upper body, because he's trying to manage that twisted face, that loft, and also where that face might point in relationship to a path. So we're going to talk about trying to just calm his grip down and get away from that pull, and what he might have to do once he's changed his grip to make sure he just doesn't lose it miles to the right. Right, first tip, best done in the office, basically at home. So we're going to try and calm grip, left hand down first. So let's go more for 2 knuckles as you look down. So when I'm looking down at this hole, I'm going to see 2 on my left hand. I would guess you're going to see kind of 3 or 4. Now, I'm just going to put my foot about 1 inch away from the end of my desk here. If I do your grip and think about your impact, hips sliding along a long way, upper body leaning back, kind of trying to get into these positions to hit the ball. You're basically trying to manage this with a lot of this. But you're obviously not winning the game, because you're complaining of pulls, you're obviously getting that face pointing left. So let's say you're swinging 6 from the inside, the face is probably 8 close to that, starting left, going left. I had a lesson like this yesterday, doing exactly the same. So calming left hand down for you is going to feel like you're going to hit the ball basically way off to the right. So I want you to do a few little kind of movements in your office. Don't even have to make big swings, just kind of gently back and through. So we're literally just trying to move the club back and through this way, feeling that different hold, while at the same time trying to get your hips just to bump up to the side of the desk and then turn, so not ram into the desk with your big slidey hips. Because if you change the grip and don't change the way you move your body, you're going to hit some shots so far high and right if you're not careful. So just trying to get that club to return somewhere near an imaginary target. Same time, hips just bumping a little bit across and turning. And what you'll find is your upper body as well won't want to lean back. You want to feel more that you're almost kind of stacked on top of the ball. This kind of repeated feel, repeated hold, getting used to delivering the face somewhere near a target with a different body move, with a different feel. To be honest with you, it's loads better for lots of golfers than just going to the range and hit loads of balls. You can do this 5 minutes, half an hour, 20 minutes every day. Get a club at the office, get a club at home, wherever you can pick it up. Do that with that slightly weakened left hand, which is gonna feel awful, making that different move. You'll be amazed how quickly you change it.
Let's answer your questions.
G'day, Mark. I see you travel to these fantastic locations all around the world and play some great golf courses. I was wondering if you've ever considered a trip to Australia. We've got some of the best golf courses in the world and some of the best players at the moment as well, but it never seems to be as popular as the US and the UK. Have you ever considered coming this way? Thanks, cheers, bro.
Yeah, Yeah, totally have. I mean, obviously the biggest problem is it's just a long way away. So what happens for me with a busy schedule is it's very hard to do long trips because I've got home commitments as well. So they often tend to be 2 or 3 day ones. Because the trouble with going to Oz is obviously you've got the travel, it can be 2 days either way. So now that's 4 days where I'm away before you even started filming. So you're looking at a 12-day plus trip. But we have got one in the pipeline at the moment, maybe in November, subject to a few things, which I'll let you know. Definitely want to go and play golf in Australia. Sophie Walker, who's played down there, loves the kind of sandbelt stuff around Melbourne, I think it is. And I used to work with a lot of Australian people when I was in London coaching. Lots of good Australian pros who always tell me about some of their fantastic courses. Absolutely a location I want to go and play. Again, I think for the UK golfers, America's 1 day travel. Australia, basically it's the 2 day travel, just makes it that little bit harder, but definitely a place I want to get to. Right. Got to get a grip on my putting. Right, next idea to try and get your body turn now to sync with this new holding feel. I'm just gonna take this top off. Too much light to dark for the camera to find me. So I want you to go split step drill. So literally feet together, right foot just up on its toe. What this is gonna do is enable you to start making some shots. So when you actually hit shots this way, I mean, I would try and hit them full. Lots of people at the start can only hit them 50 or 60%-ish. By having your feet together, split one of them on the back, so basically all my pressure on my front, it makes it only able for me to turn and stack over that left foot, otherwise I'm starting to unbalance. So for you, if you think about your impact where you want to go this way a lot, I mean basically I just can't stand up. I just wouldn't be able to hit it. So stacking on that one foot with your turn with your no hold really will help with your strike feeling of body turn. And as you do it, feel how you are turning more over the ball, then you can step in and hit a shot and try and recreate the same feeling. You could even do it without swinging a club at home, club on your shoulders and just try and turn your shoulders this way. It's a great drill for golfers to turn their body in a different way, more constructive way, once you've changed their grip. Certainly from a strong grip to what is a weaker grip, but in a turn, it's not weak, it's neutral, it's weaker than where it was.
Sun's popped out now.
It's one of those days again. Right, let's go and find where these two little people have got to. Found. How was school?
Good.
How was school? We better go and show you big school, haven't we? Checking they'll have classrooms and stuff. Last idea I want you to think about, and it works really well for people who pull their golf shots, but they never think this is like a real viable option. You need to start thinking about start direction and aims. You'll be amazed at the amount of people I teach who pull and hit little draws, but they always end up left, who aim at the target. If you're going to shape that ball in the air right to left, which is fine, you've got to start it up the right, and aim face, where it points feet, is a crucial part of that. If I'm going to hit a shot with a bit of draw, very rarely will I aim at the target. I'm going to be aiming right side. So if it's into a green, right side of the green, drawing it in, subject to how much turn. Fairway, tee shots, right side. I'm not going to aim down the middle if I'm drawing it, and the same if I'm cutting it, I'm going to aim down the left. You'll be amazed at the amount of students that I work on with this, and they just think it's not a lesson. They think, well, no, they want to hit it straight, they want to aim straight. Best players in the world are not aiming at the target if they're shaping the ball. They're aiming for that shape, and they're aiming for that miss as well that shape creates, subject to how good or bad they're playing. You need to think about start direction as well. So I personally, with pullers, I get them starting up the right, doing the things we've talked about today. When the ball stays there, then we talk about adjusting aim to their new patterns. Right, we're off for take Milo to show him the big school. I'm pretty sure we'll find classrooms and that kind of stuff there, but he wants to go and have a look, so we're gonna go and show him, because he goes next year. He keeps getting older. See you all tomorrow. Remember, it's Twitter week at 4golfonline. Follow me on Twitter, post your swing. I'll pick more up for tomorrow. Have a good evening. See you all tomorrow. I want this wind to go away now. You know, I want it to be dry or wet, not dry and wet within seconds of each other. Do you know what I mean?